This is John Cornetto reporting from Albany AnthroCon. Anthropomorphics is the art of giving human characteristics to non-human objects, in this case, animals. We are all familiar with Bugs Bunny and his friends. Well, that's anthropomorphics. Recently, we had the opportunity to take our cameras to the Albany AnthroCon, where we talked to the publishers of some anthropomorphic books. We're here at Albany AnthroCon talking to artist Jim Grote, the creator of Red Shetland. Could you tell us about your character?
Yeah, well, Red started out as a parody of Red Sonja, Marvel's Red Sonja. And as a joke, a verbal joke, back in 1984, we were producing our first book, Atkins the Uncivilized. And it went from there, it kind of exploded from there. And basically, it's whereas Red Sonja will layeth no man before she's been bested in battle. We changed enough for Red will layeth no man until first she's been beaten in arm wrestling, darts, and being drunk under the table, which is a physical impossibility because her goddess enabled her not to get drunk because she's immune to alcohol, which is a cruel joke on Mothra's part.
How long has this series been going?
The book itself has been running since 1989. Currently, we're in production with number 11. So right now, maybe the most recent title we have is number 10 right there.
Personally, I enjoy anthropomorphic comics because they are much funnier than the standard comic book, which takes themselves much too seriously.
In fact, we're giving her a love interest in the series now, which is something we didn't anticipate in the initial beginning. The story, like I said, the story took its own timeline and it took its own life.
We also talked to the people from Vision Books.
Well, Vision Comics started in 1992, primarily publishing the American Journal of Anthropomorphics. The American Journal of Anthropomorphics, as you see here, is the first issue. Began in 1991 and was first published in 1993. It quickly became the best-known resource for finding animal character artists in the genre.
But you have some comic titles you'd like to show us?
Quite a few comic titles, as a matter of fact. One of the more acclaimed comic titles that we have developed recently is Beatrix, which is a full-color, digitally colored comic, and it's produced by various well-known people such as Steve Galacci, Tara Wayne, and Catherine Bollinger. Catherine Bollinger was the artist that did the wonderful digital coloring in this comic, and it consists of basically original work, black and white line art that is colored on computer, producing wonderful effects. Catherine Bollinger worked with Warp Graphics, ElfQuest, and Valiant Comics, and she's quite an addition to our team. Some of the other titles that we've carried on are Kathmandu, which is a interesting story that ranges back in the past to a tribal nomadic group of warrior people to the future, people much like ourselves. We took that over along with Shanda the Panda, which is another popular comic book from Antarctic Press when they had a pullback in January about the fall, the purported fall of Marvel, and dropped most of their funny animal titles. Some of our other titles that we've developed on our own are Walter Kitty and the Hollow Earth, which is a lighthearted take on Jules Verne's voyage to the center of the Earth, with the anti-hero Walter Kitty taking center stage. We have quite a few new comics in the works, such as Extinctioners and Hardcore. Hardcore is a gritty street tale of gangs, drugs, murder, all sorts of nifty stuff done in an anime style by artist Bob Tanks. And Extinctioners is a interesting blend of superheroes and anthropomorphic genres.
Would you also tell us about this Sweet Treats cookbook?
The Sweet Treats cookbook. What it is a 128-page, full-color, glossy paper cookbook containing some of the recipes and dozens of delightful illustrations of Margaret Carspecking. The character is Marcia Red Fox, and she goes on a tour of the world exploring the culinary delights of each country and dressing up an ethnic costume for each. It's really a wonderfully illustrated, wonderfully written book, and it has appeal for all ages. It should be hitting the bookstores in late 1997 for the holiday buying season.
Check our webpage for more information on these and other comics. This is John Cornetto reporting for Infinite Possibilities.